Everyone, it's Cass. Welcome back to my channel, What Cass Read. Today we are going to do a video talking about my February TBR. We're almost to February, believe it or not, and I would like to share with you all the books that I hope to read in the month of February. It's a shorter month, and yet somehow I've picked more books for February than I did for January, so I don't know what I was thinking. We'll see if I can get to them. So here we go. Now the first book that I want to mention, I still have to place an order for it and get my copy for it. It is the February pick for the Around the World in 1000 Pages book club that is hosted by Ink and Paper Blog. I actually just posted my review of The Changeling, and I'll go ahead and link that up top. The Changeling was the January pick. I loved it. I mean, spoiler alert, I loved it. I rated it 4 out of 5 stars. But go ahead and watch that video if you want to see what that book was all about. So the February pick is a book called I Hear Your Voice, and it's written by Young-Ha Kim, and it's translated by Chris Lee. So we are in the Asian continent, and we're reading a book from South Korea. And I want to read the description of this book from Goodreads because it just sounds so good, and I really don't want to screw it up. And if you want to pick it up too, it's not too late to join in the book club, and all the details are on Russell's channel. In South Korea, underground motorcycle gangs attract society's cast-offs. They form groups of hundreds and speed wildly through cities at night. For Jae and Dong-yu, 2 orphans, their motorcycles are a way of survival. Jae is born in a bathroom stall at the Seoul Express bus terminal, and Dong-yu is born mute, unable to communicate with anyone except Jae. Both boys grow up on the streets of Seoul among runaway teenagers, con men, prostitutes, religious fanatics, and thieves. After years navigating the streets, Jae becomes an icon for uprooted teenagers, bringing an urgent message to them and making his way to the top of the gang. Under his leadership, the group grows more aggressive and violent and soon becomes the police's central target. A novel of friendship, worship and betrayal, love and loathing, and a searing portrait of what it means to come of age with nothing to call your own. I Hear Your Voice resonates with mythic power. Here is acclaimed author Young-Ha Kim's most daring novel to date. We're going to be picking that up in the month of February, and I hope to place my order for that soon. So when I get to that, I will be sure to let you know, and it sounds really good. As you may know, my channel focuses mostly on adult fantasy, but these contemporary picks that Russell has been recommending for us have been top-notch, and I'm super excited for this one. And now the rest of my books are all going to be fantasy, believe it or not. Okay, so the first one that I want to mention, it is it is Ship of Destiny, written by Robin Hobb. This is the 3rd and final book of the Live Ship Traders trilogy, and I'm going to finish this bad boy up in the month of February. I'm currently right smack dab in the middle of Mad Ship, and as you guys all know by now, maybe you don't, because I cannot stop talking about Robin Hobb. Robin Hobb is one of my favorite fantasy authors. She is one of my favorite authors, and I am ready to finish up the Live Ship Traders trilogy. So this is Ship of Destiny, and I cannot wait. I'm going to go ahead and link the review that I did of Ship of Magic, which is the first book in the trilogy. So if you're interested in learning more about Robin Hobb's Live Ship Traders trilogy, I'll go ahead and link that for you up top. The next book that I want to get to in the month of February, this is Sword of Destiny, written by Andrzej Sapkovski. This is book number 2 in the Witcher series. It's actually the second book of a collection of short stories in this Witcher universe. And then the novels begin after that. So the reading order is a little bit different with this. I'm taking place in the Witcher read-along, hosted by Elliot Brooks on her channel. So this is the February book for the Witcher read-along. We're going to read 1 Witcher book per month. So once again, this is a book of short stories. And again, still not too late to hop onto this read-along. This is Sword of Destiny. Honestly, I feel like there's a lot of sequels in this TBR. So this is Scarlet, written by Marissa Meyer. This is book number 2 of the Lunar Chronicles. I mentioned in the Goodreads tag that I did last week, and you're going to see this book in my January wrap-up, but I just picked up Cinder for the first time, and I felt like I had missed the boat for the longest time, that I was too old to pick up the Lunar Chronicles, that YA was maybe not for me anymore. I'd had some struggles with some of my YA picks last year in 2017, and then I picked up Cinder, and it was a really surprisingly good read. Normally, I'm not such a big fan of like fairy tale retellings, but this was just fairy tale enough, but with a really new twist, and I loved it. I'm really eager to pick up and continue on with the Lunar Chronicles and figure out what the heck is going on. This right here, this is Gemina. This is book number 2 in the Illuminate files, written by Aimee, Kaufman, and Kristoff. I put this in my December TBR, and I didn't get to it. I also put this in my books that I didn't get to in 2017. So I'm finally ready. I think I have the time, even though, like I said, February is a shorter month, so I don't know how I'm going to be able to squeeze these all in. But I finally feel like I have the time to be able to pick up Gemina, finish it right before Obsidio comes out, which is the third book in the Illuminae files. Gemina actually follows two different characters in this whole universe, so I don't know what the two main characters are in here, what their situation is. But if it's more angst, I don't know if I can deal with it, but we will see. So this is Gemina, written by Aimee Kaufman and Kristoff. Yes, I did finally order this book for my birthday, and this is The Wise Man's Fear, written by Patrick Rothfuss. This is book number 2 in the Lunar Chronicles. This is the second book following The Name of the Wind. I just posted my Name of the Wind spoiler-free and spoilery review. Again, I will go ahead and link those up top for you if you want to check them out. So the reason why I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get to all of these books is because I've got Ship of Destiny, that's a priority, and then I've got Wise Man's Fear. This is a priority. These two books combined are like 1,800 pages. And February is only 28 days. I don't know how I'm going to do this. It's here. It's in my life. I know some people want to put off The Wise Man's Fear because Patrick Rothfuss hasn't even announced when the third book is going to come out, but I can't wait. I'm not that kind of person. I'm super impatient. I have to know what is going on with Quoth. I need to know what's going on in his life. So this is Wise Man's Fear, and it's written by Patrick Rothfuss. This is a crazy stack. This is a crazy stack. I might be, we'll call it an ambitious TBR. We won't call it I'm in over my head just yet. But it's pretty ambitious, so we'll see what I can accomplish with my February reading goals. So thank you so much for joining me for my February TBR. Please put your February TBR in the comment section below so that way I know what you're reading. Of course, you can always follow me on any of my social media. I'm on Instagram and Twitter. It's @WhatCassRead, the same as this channel, so that way you can follow up any conversations we have on social media and let me know the TBR picks that you have for the month of February. You can also find me on Goodreads. The link is always down below, so you can become my friend and see, ahead of time, get a little sneak peek on the star ratings that I'm giving these books as we move forward. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, you know how these videos end. I'll talk to you later. Bye.